Welcome to this week's Candidate Voices with 5051 Savannah, the series that brings you 5-minute interviews with candidates from Georgia's 1st Congressional District, U.S. House election 2026. We welcome any candidates running for this office who meet our mission of upholding the Constitution and ending executive overreach to join us. Each of our candidates receives the same question in advance. Hi, I'm Robin, and we're here for week 5 with Randy Zucher. Welcome, Randy.
Hey, thanks.
Given the recent Pentagon proposal to form a 600-troop domestic civil disturbance quick reaction force, boy, that's a mouthful, potentially deployable nationwide with minimal state input, and the deployment of 800 National Guard troops in Washington, D.C., despite historically low crime rates, how do you view the proper role of the National Guard in domestic affairs, and what safeguards would you support to balance rapid response with civil liberties and state authority?
So, Robin, thanks again for having me on to do this, to speak with you all on this. My view on this, the National Guard's proper role is at home. The National Guard is not and has never been a federal police force. Its domestic mission must remain narrow, temporary, and accountable, focused on disaster relief, life-saving emergencies, protecting infrastructure, and stepping in only as a last resort when local resources are truly overwhelmed. Guard troops should not handle day-to-day policing, protest management, or encampment sweeps. That's how we uphold the Posse Comitatus Act and how we protect our First and Fourth Amendment rights. Excuse me. Yet President Trump has pushed against these principles. His administration floated a federally directed Domestic Civil Disturbance Quick Reaction Force, or QRF, a permanent 600 troop unit deployable nationwide with minimal state input. He also ordered broad guard deployments in Washington, D.C., despite violent crime being down to its lowest levels in decades. Trump has even talked of arming guard members for patrol roles, blurring the line between soldiers and police. That's not safety, that's mission creep, and it risks turning the guard into a political tool against lawful dissent. Having said that, there are some safeguards, if elected, that I will vote for. One is state control as the default. So guard units should answer to governors whenever possible, not federal quick reaction forces. In DC's unique case, federal authorities must still meet strict necessity standards and coordinate with local leaders, not act on a president's whim. We need to have high thresholds and tight time limits. So the trigger for any deployments need to be only for declared emergencies or unrest that truly overwhelms local capacity, not political theater. We need to have a clock, an automatic 7-day sunset, unless renewed with written findings and notice to Congress. We should have no routine policing, no patrols, traffic stops, or encampment sweeps. Guard roles should be limited to logistics, site security, medevac, and disaster response. That's what our National Guard is there for. We need to have some civil liberties guardrails. Rules of engagement need to be de-escalation first. These officers should be unarmed by default unless a documented life threat requires otherwise. There should be no protest surveillance. We need to ban facial recognition, ban bulk phone data collection, and ban intelligence on lawful speech. Excuse me, we need accountability. Any officers that are out there need to have body worn cameras for civilian interactions, no masks, and I hate to even have to say that. We also need after action reports that are released within 30 days. We need transparency and oversight. So we need public dashboards on mission scope, locations, durations, and complaints. We need independent review by inspectors general and civil rights monitors. We need civil rights assessments for renewals beyond 7 days. And we need mandatory congressional notification within 24 hours of activation, citing the legal basis for the action. We need data-driven necessity, not fear. So decisions should reflect real conditions, not rhetoric. DC's official data show violent crime falling sharply through 2024 and 2025. Trump's chaos narrative just doesn't match the facts and shouldn't justify deployments. We should have no standing QRF. If rapid help is needed, states can prepare through governor-led regional compacts with shared training and disaster protocols. But a permanent federal guard unit on hair trigger alert would only invite abuse. So the bottom line, I will support the Guard when lives are at risk and local responders are overwhelmed, but I will oppose attempts like Trump's to use it as a national police force or a tool to intimidate protesters. My focus will be state control, strict time limits, maximum transparency, and strong civil liberty protections, because of public safety and constitutional freedom are not opposites. We can and we must deliver both. And remember, if things in this country worry you or stress you out, don't panic, organize. Learn more on my website, randy4georgia.com. That's the number 4. There is a volunteer tab. Join my army of volunteers and let's organize. Thanks again for having me.